Hi there, Sprinkles. I am welcoming you personally to another juicy episode of Crypto's Juicy News. Bitcoin, $94,000. We recently saw some macro data come out from the US economy. Their jobs is actually really powerful, friends. That's insane. This is the US government 2-year bond rate. And there's an actual secret, friends. If you remember my videos from 2 years ago, this will tell you what the US Fed is going to do. The US Fed always follows the US 2-year. Okay, they price it into the market first. Now, if you can see, right, this is a 3-day chart. On that data, it actually, instead of making the rates go down for the next 2 years, it actually went up. It's up to 4.379%. So if you actually look at it right now, this is interesting, yeah, because the US rates right now is 4.50%. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is basically saying there's basically just barely one cut this year, huh? Which is a bit fascinating because, man, this is, I can't believe it. This happened in 2017. And if you know this, 2017 was the biggest alt season, the biggest crypto bull run we'd ever seen. 2017, highest rewards, highest gains, easiest free money. Now, no one knew what free money was, but it actually was. US dollar, it wasn't. US dollar growth wasn't obviously the biggest, but return-wise it was. Others did a 300x, and it was because Ethereum was a first cycle unicorn back then. And what I can actually do is show you that 2017 year, and I can actually put this on a weekly chart so you can see it. Into 2017 year, remember, I've got interest rates overlay here. So look at 2017 interest rates. Okay, where are they? They're like on the right-hand side. It's this number. So 2017, fans, we know I've got the Bitcoin price chart here overlay for you. Quite interesting, yeah. So Bitcoin's bull run, I mean, this is wild, yeah. 2017, look, they were raising rates. And by the way, rates were coming off the GFC lows. So they came from like 0.1%, then they were 0.5%. And then as you move into 2017, they kept raising and raising and raising. That's wild, man. That's absolutely wild. And look, Bitcoin, you look at the orange line, Bitcoin hit $20,000. So that's why I've seen a lot of people out here. There's other mainstream influencers who, and that's okay, man. Everyone's got different opinions. They believe alt season's not starting, bull market's not starting until they believe the US economy has to crash first, and which means stock market goes down. And they believe that the interest rates have to go down first. They have to cut the rates first. That's what people believe. And they believe when they cut the rates hard, crypto's crashed hard, and only in the midst of that can you finally get your alt season. Which I'm not surprised Copers talk like that. Copers and that's the mid curve. Because the mid curve, what you're basically saying is you believe that the US Fed's price of money being a few interest rate percentage points higher or lower completely dictates whether crypto technology is allowed to gain value. That's exactly what you're saying. You're basically saying at these rate levels, even though it's actually, friends, these rates are not tight for the US economy whatsoever. The US economy is running inflationary, okay? Even though all the evidence is suggesting otherwise. And where do they get that from? Obviously, what they do is they've anchored to 2020. So in 2020 cycle, look at this. The rates had to go down to zero because of the zombie virus. And so they believe, well, you know, when the rates went to zero, only then finally we were able to get the big pump up. That's what they say. They were able to cut the rates right here. Everything went down and then we're able to go up. This is where you have alt season 1 and alt season 2. You see that? When alt season 1 happened, zero rates and zero rates, okay? But I'm going to show you something. Look at the interest rates here in 2017. We had the biggest alt season wave number 1 here. Rates are rising. And then we had the biggest alt season wave number 2 right here. Rates are rising as well. Check that out, man. Rates are still rising. That's crazy. Like, wait a minute. Why are they saying that rates need to go to zero for us to have our 4-year cycle, I guess, next pit stop part and continue? Well, like I said, man, a lot of people, friends, they become, look, I'm not going to say these influencers' name. You know who they are. But you guys have given them too much money, man. Like, these people are making up to, I'm not joking, like $800,000 a month off your subscriptions. Go count all your VIP subs and all these other Discord subs and stuff. The people talking like this, dude, you know what, friends? If you gave me $800,000 a month, what do you think I'd be telling you? I'd be telling you 50% Bitcoin, 50% US dollars. Don't take too much risk. Wait for the US economy. They're always playing from behind. They're super conservative. They are the US Fed. That's how boomerish they are, okay? They are not going balls deep, balls to the wall, balls inside out, get a third testicle if you want. They're not doing that type of move fast, go down deep in the trenches, fighting on the frontier battle line, figuring out what's memes, culture, religions, how's the archetype play out, how's Spoonie going to battle all the non-believers. Like, they're not actually in the trenches, okay? Crypto, new cycle coins, new narratives appear. Okay, you got to get in deep depression prices. You have to check, are there conferences for your coin out here? For example, HEX Conference, we'll talk about shortly as well. Are there any indications to show you that these things have life to them? Because they're not doing that research. All they're doing is they go, oh, I see this like long macro chart. And what they do is, you ever notice, right? I'm not going to name their names. You know who they are, okay? So they only talk about the top basically 50 to 100 coins max. The top 10, top 20 coins. Want to know why? Because it's not risky for them. Because they don't want to upset their $800,000 a month income stream. Of course, they're not going to talk, they're not going to go outside of that risk curve. They go, oh, they'll say, oh, there's not enough data, there's not enough data. Okay, bro, here's the thing. There's not enough data. This is convenient. They make $800 grand a month. You are going to miss out. If you follow them, you're literally going to miss out. How do I know this? This happened 4 years ago. Exactly 4 years ago. Friends, do you honestly think, do you think there was a source like me on YouTube saying, anything to do with community is the asset, buy and hold, buy and believe? No, it was barely that, okay? It was literally, everyone was saying all altcoins are scams. They're all going to zero. We won't have a big alt season. And they all said Bitcoin's going 180K, okay? And they all said Bitcoin was doing an extending cycle, by the way, okay? Everyone thought that. How convenient they all pretend like, oh yeah, no, look, I've said enough on that, okay? So we'll just move on. Now, Bitcoin's price chart, remember, friends, we were boosted from Jim Cramer many months ago, okay? A lot of damage, jumpity sell-off. Now, Bitcoin's around $94,000, $95,000. It's done this, like, little bounce part. Ultimately, though, we're waiting for a conclusion of Bitcoin dominance. But remember, Bitcoin dominance, friends, is wanted to obviously go down. That is just inverse ETH BTC, which is still being clobbered as we speak. And actually, man, I've just noticed this. The Russell 2000 has actually gotten dunked again. It's actually gone down even more, man. What is wrong with this Russell 2000? Well, you know, BCB's theory is that we are in an end of times, end of bull market run. That's why Russell 2000's weak. And it's only gonna, when S&P 500 finally is in a distribution part, it'll finally go up. That's what he thinks is gonna happen. But I guess we'll see. That's another way of saying the cycle's over soon. That's what it's basically saying. There's like, it's bullish, but it's over in the next 60 to 90 days, okay? The others BTC ratio, our North Star, it's showing you how low and cheap the overall risk part of altcoins are. Because like we know, what do people do when they're euphoric? They go and spend money. All right. In crypto, what do? They go and buy altcoins. In the stock market, what do they go do? They go and buy low flow, like biotech. They just go and buy extreme parts of the new sector. They buy the risky stuff out here. They buy meme stocks. That's happened in 2021, yeah? The end of that run and that cycle. So you have to see people go on a spending spree. Well, if altcoins are down this low, where's the spending spree? All right, if they're telling me literally it's all over by May, look at that. I'm like, man, that's not enough time for this thing to go expensive, which means like it really is a believer's cycle. So here's the thing. If you believe, you're going to make it. But people who have concluded everything else, because friends, these people, they think altcoins are worth zero. Wrong, okay? One of your altcoin cherry picks that you remember not working out, okay, maybe that's down 99%. All right, but if you look at the others index relative to Bitcoin, it is not worth zero. In fact, this thing has been going up over time, which you can see right here, okay? This thing used to be 1%. And now it's up to 18%. You see that from 1%. And then it went to, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it's up to 18%. It peaked at 50%, 55%. This is obviously altcoins as a percentage of Bitcoin outside of the top 10. That's what the percentage of their market cap. Yeah, one day maybe we'll hit parity. Wouldn't that be wild? That's pretty much saying that Bitcoins, its nails have been chewed on. Now, that overall macro stuff, friends, I'll just quickly show you. It really is outside of our control because that's what people are basically attributing the down to swing move. But this is this very strong US jobs, man. We went 4.1%, and then the jobs growth was big. This is actually huge. You know, average hourly earnings are right on track as well. So remember, it's kind of funny. The market's like, oh, we thought you were going to be weaker so you could cut. Don't worry about these little day knee jerks. Now, just going to crack on with his news, okay? Eric Trump, so friends, Donald Trump's son, he made a post about Richard Hart's lawyers. Official. And he says, these lawyers, they're great. We are using them for our ethics management for the whole Donald Trump presidency. They're hiring out the whole firm, which is great. So it's Richard Hart's lawyers, okay? So that's a big boost to PulseChain community, knowing that, hey, Richard Hart's, they're on the same team. They're on the same team. There's probably some connections that can be made. Yeah, the price doesn't reflect up right now because the price is poop. I get that part. But that's why, if you just think long term, yeah, this is the monthly chart for Wedge for PulseChain. Remember, friends, all the altcoins and like all Pokemons, the PulseChain and Pika and Ditto and like Tangang and PDI, all of these, ultimately, we have to see this wedge work its way out for us to pretty much be focusing on the others again. Remember, I haven't sold. You're still in the majority of them. That's what I am. But yeah, everyone's just waiting. It's just like, because the liquidity is so thin, you can't do anything during these times because you need the speed to rise. And by the way, PulseChain needs Ethereum to rise. Ethereum's getting clobbered too. We've already gone through the macro stuff out here. So it beat expectations and the rate cut odds are slightly lower. But see, this is funny. So I'm wondering, like if these people who are you guys are paying like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to subscribe to them, how are they not looking at the 2017 cycle? Like, I literally pulled it up for free. I literally, highest value content in crypto. Oh, you guys collectively, you're paying $800,000 a month to go get information where you just want to focus on data points of one place and not the other. Okay, well, that's your problem, okay? I can't help you in that regard, okay? You want to go blow your money, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars somewhere else? Hey, it's free world. You can do what you want. I'm here telling you the answer, and literally it's right in front of our face. Now, of course, we don't know if the 4-year cycle is finally going to break, but you already know, man, it's been a big widow maker, hasn't it? Also, recently, friends, Richard Hart has tweeted positively about PulseChain and reminds the community that the haters are very self-serving. I might get to that a bit later as well. So he's done some tweets here because, friends, what's happened is Charles Hoskinson, I'll show you a sneak peek. He's like, all right, new policy. Any profile with a mention of HEX or PulseChain is an instant block for me. It's dangerous to interact with people who are this divorced from reality. Now, in the most shocking irony of all, which is hilarious, friends, he decides to block Eric Wall. What the truck, Charles? There's been a great misunderstanding. This is actually hilarious. I couldn't believe that. So, Charles, I guess, yeah, he thinks Eric Wall's a PulseChain guy. That's actually gold out here, friends. So we're gonna go through more of that later. Shout out to the PDI guys as well. Shout out to Baby Doll and the PDI community. Charles has gone out, so he's made some positive XRP statements. And I've shown you on this channel, I was like, dude, the guy was literally pooping on XRP for 6 years in a row. By the way, Ripple have dumped $1.39 billion of XRP on the community. They've got $1 billion of US dollar on the balance sheet. So they've been dumping on everyone. Of course they have, yeah. But Charles, he went from saying that's bad, now he's saying, oh, that's good. And now he's congratulating their CBDC stablecoin. Actually congratulating. And the irony, and you want to know why, Sammy? Why? It's because the SEC went after Cardano in June 2023. The SEC went after them. So Charles, in the midst of that, friends, you can actually see it actually marked the bottom of others' BTC ratio. You want to know what's funny? There we go. The SEC says everything's a security. There you go, 5th of June. 5th of June, he marks it. When does Charles ask for truce and peace with the XRP Army? June 10th. So literally down here. Cardano, friends, got obliterated right here. Look at that. This is what the chart looked like. It literally made a low. Look at that. It was just wrecked. It made a new low, friends, on this announcement. You see that? See how painful that was? So they get hit by the SEC. Look at this. It made a new low, 23 cents. It breaks the low, and then he asks for a truce on June 10th, right here. See that? That's not a coincidence, man. About a segment. Literally, he makes a new low price, and he goes, hey, XRP Army, can we do a peace deal? Why is that? It's because XRP Army, big numbers, of course. That's why they're 150 billion market cap. But they got lawyers, they got resources. They've been fighting the SEC. There's a lot of like references that Charles and the legal team and stuff can like basically borrow off and go speak to and build bridges with. You're thinking, oh well, what a nice story. No. Like, what happened to your principles? What they didn't? Okay, because you got targeted the SEC, Charles. By the way, we love you, Charles. We love you. Okay, we've got a new campaign, friends. Just to let you know. Just because you got targeted by the SEC, what happened to your morals and ethics? What happened to it being CBDC light? What happened to the Ripple dumping and being centralized? What happened to the centralized database? What happened to them? Oh, they conveniently don't matter anymore. Why? Because you got targeted by the SEC. Why? Because you want to make sure you're listed on exchanges so the price can stay up and relevant. Like, here's the thing, Charles. What does the SEC calling you security have anything to do with your principles? It shouldn't have anything to do with it. It's only got one thing to do. Money. There you go. Money. Your token price is down. There you go. See, friends, all these people, they do like this word salad intellectual stuff. Dude, they're all full of shit. Okay? And I'm sorry to use the F word full, but they're all full of poop. They are. I told you with Ethereum, all their decentralization principles, I didn't wish for this to happen because we're all long. And I said, man, if Ethereum ever got clobbered one day and it got destroyed, you're going to see everybody turn on them. And go, screw your decentralization principles, bro. We don't give a crap about that. We're getting destroyed. And look what's actually happening. Ethereum Foundation is dumping every 15 seconds and everyone's just shitting on them, friends. Vitalik is public enemy number one. Everyone hates Vitalik now. You see, all why? Because the price is down. Okay, so the price matters, friends. The price matters. You know that now. You know the price matters. Of course you know. But these people come out and they go, no, the price does not matter. That was the first thing that triggered me about Richard Hart, by the way. When I first came across him, when he kept just saying the price is the only thing you care about, like that really triggered me. It really did. It hit something in me because obviously I was just, I'm just riding the waves like you guys, like everyone else. Like, hey, Bitcoin and decentralization. So you thought making money was a byproduct of just like liking decentralization. Yeah, for the first 5 or 6 or 7 years. After that, no, it wasn't. Now there's new memes. I mean, go invest on something. Go invest in coins based off decentralization. How far is that going to get you? Nowhere. Is there a cute picture of a dog? Is there a community? That's got nothing to do with the decentralization part. Look at XRP. Did a 4x pump. Most centralized thing ever. You see? So you're starting to get the picture now on how these things change. Speak a bit more, friends. So annual HEX Conference has concluded. And then friends, I did not know, funny story, I did not know that the HEX Conference was ending, and I randomly just went in. Something in the universe just told me, go in to the chat and just ask for the link. And I went in, and this is funny, this is how it turned out. This is gold, it's a shout out to everybody out here, like, poor girls, because everyone, they've been there for 4 hours, and they were meant to be concluded. I had no idea. I just rocked up, and I go, are you guys having a chat? I had no idea, because obviously it's the middle of the day here, friends, and obviously I didn't know how late it was over there in the Medicana land. So yeah, I did my final concluding segment. So I actually give a whole lot of high value stuff out there for everyone watching. So there's a bit of controversy with the HEX conference, just because, friends, like HEX is like one coin and the price is down. But I'll go through a lot of things like the user growth rates. There's a lot of stuff out here just showing you the merging of different communities as well. But most important part as well, there's a conference, bro. We're the cheapest coin with a conference. Friends, meme coins can't say that, Like Morad's Popcat, you can't say that, or any other chains can't say that. Who are this low? They can't. We're the cheapest coin with conferences. Yeah, this is a big advantage. In other news of the day as well, before we just switch right back as well, friends, Kenya has legalized Bitcoin and crypto. So, Kenya, let me do Kenya GDP per capita. So, friends, a quick trick for you. If you ever want to know how rich is the average person in the country, type in their country name and then GDP per capita, and then you can compare it. So Kenya's got about $2,000 per person. So if you're like curious, like I was like watching Squid Games, right? And you're like, some of their like debts and stuff, a certain number. Like how rich is the average Korean person? You're like, they're $33,000. So if I type in USA GDP per capita, it's 81,000. You see? So you go, a Korean guy is about only 40% as wealthy as the average American. So when you see a debt of, when you see like an income of like $100,000 in America, that's equal to someone with $250,000 in Korea, right? And also the debt works the same way. So if you're in debt $1 million in America, if it's a Korean person, that's like them being in debt 2.5 million. So this is the interesting part. I guess more countries are going to start legalizing crypto because, friends, they're looking at El Salvador. El Salvador, if you go to Wikipedia, was literally ranked highest in corruption, worst in everything, and then like everything just turned around, man. And they're just going to say, hey, attribute it to Bitcoin. So that's going to be great. Also, a bit more on macro. So Bank of Ants, otherwise known as Bank of America, says they no longer expect rate cuts this year from the US Fed. So I still maintain, Fed, look, the 4-year cycle, okay, so the 4-year cycle has the timing. There's that part, but they're always marked with as the timing continues, people go and spend money, and they go spend on coins and other communities, which is others BTC rising, okay? So that's all I care about. I don't care. Look, I feel like almost the Warren Buffett talk, where Warren Buffett says, you know, Warren Buffett, he always says, I don't care what the Fed's doing. I don't care what rates are doing. I don't care. I'm not trying to predict a recession next, because I'm just trying to look for good companies at cheap prices. That's it. Okay? And there's not cheap prices. Okay, I've got to wait more. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for expensive prices. Okay? The prices are still not expensive. Okay, sweet. We just wait longer. And yeah, this pretty much all the end of the markers of the cycles. Traditionally, the past 3 cycles, people go and splurge on altcoins, and the others, BTC, rises and spikes up. We haven't seen anything like that at all. So, like, what are rates are doing? That's why I don't care anymore. I don't care what rates are doing. I don't care what S&P is doing, what anything else is doing. All I know is, okay, I am default hold almost everything, you know, until it gets silly. And you get silly by the belly of the curve pretty much going in the expensive zone. Now, when others BTC does go up, I made a video on this as well. When it does go up, each coin is going to be a different number. Okay, each coin is going to be a different number when the ratio is here, when the ratio is here. Okay, hopefully they do get there. But as a general number, if Bitcoin gets to 250K and this ratio ends up being up here, which is about 50 to 60%, that is an 8x on coins outside of top 10. 8. So that's an average. Poopy ones will do 4. Great ones will do up to 16. All right. So hopefully you're in the 12 to 16x mark, and then maybe we got a PDI thing to help us boost after that. Of course, there's going to be much smaller coins that do like 50 and 100x. There will be, of course. Yeah, they're like, you know, 10 million market cap ones or 1 million market cap poopers. There will be those as well. But I'm talking for the overall general index, which is 1.3 billion market cap ish and plus. Now, I've got more content coming for you later on, fans. There's a new PulseChain campaign I've started. It's called Welcome to PulseChain, We Love You. And I actually got this from Brissology. So he was actually making a joke. So if he's actually making a joke, he's like, oh yeah, let's just start telling people like, we love you. He's made this picture like, oh, welcome to HEX, we love you. And I'm like, wait a minute. And it was meant to be a joke. And I just saw it and it just hit me. Like, wait a minute. Everyone's saying Hexicans, they're too tangy. They're too spicy. There's too much hatred. There's too much antagonistic battling. And I'm like, okay, how do we maximize the inverse of that image in the shortest amount of time? We love you. There you go. 3 words. All done. Isn't that amazing? Everyone just says, we love you. And yes, I have made pictures out here just to show you, like, friends, this is Eric Wall. Eric, I'm not joking, friends. He actually just posted this picture. So Eric was, I don't know, it's probably on an ayahuasca trip out here, just walking around on some sort of like, you know, he's in some swamp, probably looking out to the horizon. And I'll put the logo here just to have fun. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you. Okay, so I'm going to do a full post on this. But yeah, spread the word out. Okay, also funny. This is funny. Crypto coffee. This is true, friends. Heads will explode. So heads will explode because they're like, wait, you were hating. What's the love? I don't get it. They'll be very suspicious at the start. But look, I promise you, friends, let me spoil something here for you. Okay, so you can tell people you love them all you want. Okay, if you can have a positive image, they ain't buying your coin, brother. They ain't buying a coin, okay? They talk to you nicer, that's all. They ain't buying a coin, all right? Because I know it doesn't matter what you say, it depends how you feel, and how you feel is based off the price, and the price is down, they ain't buying. Also, you can be the most racist, hateful, violent criminal, pedophile chain in the world, but if your coins are pumping, everyone's coming in. They don't care. They'll drop it in. They'll drop their morals and ethics in a heartbeat. That's exactly what we've seen. But we're still going to, let's try this strategy. Welcome to PulseChain, we love you. You can say, welcome to HEX, we love you. Welcome to Incentive, we love you. But obviously, the image is positivity. But like, I just keep saying like, we love you. It's like, it's so simple. It's like, we love you or we appreciate you. It's so like, you know, it's so easy to condense. And yeah, and the heads will explode. Why? Because they know it's a marketing thing. But what can they say? What they do is marketing as well. See, synthesized messages like these, they work. Now, this was a picture, friends, just of the HEX conference. So it was day 4, right? It was 4 days of it. Also, shout out to Mr. M. 16 consecutive conferences shows for me. Thank you so much for your dedication. So on the HEX conference, I don't want to show you this, okay? Maddie does 2 conferences per year. There's a PulseChain one and there's a HEX one, which is like, and some people were saying, some people trying to boycott because they don't like, some people had appeared, they had other coin names and stuff out here. And like some people aren't as like super turbo bullish or like giving you the full perspective. Guys, the price is down 98%, bro. Just be thankful that the conference is running in the first place, okay? But I know this for a fact. Bitcoin have a conference, Miami conference every year, you say? Ethereum have one, multiple in the years, okay? XRP have the Ripple conference. They do. Yeah, what's it paid for, by the way? Just to show you. Hey, XRP Army, you know when Ripple dumps on you? They pay for that conference. Okay? But they still got $1 billion on the balance sheet. How they get that? They dumped on you. Okay, this is grassroots conference. These are grassroots conference. Who's paying for them? Oh, some $10,000 sponsorship. No one gives a shit about that, bro. No one gives a shit about that. Okay, they're tiny. And by the way, Matty's been here for like 3 years, max stake and all this stuff. I think it deserves some sort of sponsorship stuff anyway. Because like we aren't doing the Bitcoin price chart where we go up for 3 years, down for 1 year. Yet, hopefully one day we will. No altcoin is pretty much reliably. Also, Cardano, they have one. I don't even know what it is called. Let me just type it. Cardano Conference. Let's see if there is one, friends. Yes. Cardano Summit. Bringing together industry leaders, businesses, ecosystems, and blockchain enthusiasts. Okay, bro, how's your Cardano Summit going when PulseChain is doing 5 times your daily volume on chain? How's that going? Okay, so what's all this for? But you see, they have one. They have one, all right? So look at this, man. And I've got to play for... we're not friends. I've got to play some. Let's play some... Let's play some cranky G Pikachu music. Now, here's the thing, man. When you leave your bedroom, friends, sometimes people like to clean up, even though they don't even need the bedroom for the rest of the day. Like me. I like my room clean. All right. Now, that's house cleaning, isn't it? It's housekeeping. It's like, wait, I'm waking up. I'm starting my day. I am just going to make my bed. And I don't want everything to be a mess when I come home later. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Well, think of that as a HEX conference, PulseChain conference. See, friends, whether you make your bed or not, does that impact whether you make more money on the day, really? No, you don't. Do you make more friends because your bedroom's clean? Like, they can't even see it. Okay, sweet. But does it mean you shouldn't do it? Depends on what you think. I think you should. Personally, I think you should. Now, think about these conferences. A lot of people are saying, oh, we didn't get any new eyeballs. Bro, it's because the price is down. Do you know how this works? How do you think, by the way, Ethereum guys feel with multiple conferences and their leader, Vitalik, bragging about being triple vaxxed? And now there's, friends, literally Vitalik has walked into the most anti-woke presidency vibe of all time right after bragging about being so like pro-woke and stuff. Like, oh, we love the jab and like I eat bugs and all this other stuff. And by the way, Ethereum is still getting clobbered, 3,200. The ETH BTC ratio, just to reference you to my friends, it's round tripped 8 years, Habib. Do you know what 8 years round trip means? Friends, literally, the market is so down. It's saying, Ethereum, you have added no value to this thing for 8 years. You've added actually, all you've done is vulture of Bitcoin. That's what the price is saying. I think the price is wrong, by the way. But I'm just giving you an idea of these. So think of these conferences. Yeah, it's just like maintaining the house. You want it there. And it gives you big bragging rights. Man, like, friends, do you know how easy it is? Like, I think about people like me, okay? I'm walking around, everyone's like, hey, this thing's a scam, thing's whatever. All right, because the price is down. I'm like, bro, we have 2 conferences per year. Find me coins with conferences that I want to ape into, where the whole world hates it and it's gate-kept and the price is down pretty much and day one investors are down. It's literally, and I hate to say, it feels like free money. Yeah, free money can last a long time. Welcome to markets. You get the point? It's an advantage. A lot of people are saying, well, it hasn't pumped the price. You can't think like that, man. You can't think like that. It's like you've just thrown fertilizer in the soil. Like, it's not a grown tree yet. It's not a grown tree. Okay, bro, wait until the tree grows. Also, the biggest advantage is you have visual people. Okay, this is a huge advantage. Friends, you can literally, on the click of a button, you can see everyone. Do you know how big that is? Everyone's just anonymous avatars. There's all these like little weird, like, you know, Solana, green and purple monkey guys hanging around writing essays about Solana, and the Ethereum guys write like 15-page essays. Bro, I don't know who you are. Just know he has a username on Twitter. That's nothing. We actually have people, friends. People, faces. You can't fake that. They're real humans. Where's that in any other chain, by the way? And by the way, when you start showing me, oh, but Bitcoin has it. Oh, but Ethereum has it. Oh, but Ripple have it. Habib, have you seen their valuations? Bitcoin, 2 trillion. Ethereum, 400 billion. XRP, 150 billion. Whoa. Okay, what's PulseChain combined? 2.5 billion. We're at 2, bro. We're at 2. The smallest of everything I've been... And by the way, Cardano's 33 billion. Cardano, 33. Hit 100 billion in 2021 peak. Okay, so if Cardano's peak of 2021, minimum 100 billion then. So you're like, oh, wait a minute. Something doesn't add up. All these things are 100 billion plus 100B. We're down into 2. You're basically saying, well, there's huge potential. Yes, that's exactly it. Stopping the conferences, though, won't help. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, they should be done every year. They are done every year. So also having fun as well. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you, Habibi. And then welcome to PulseChain. We love you. Of course, fans. This is our only cause for one thing right now. Also, I've got Mr. Former Exit Liquidity. Do you have a clip of just your performance? I don't, sir, but it is at the very, very end. Maybe Maddie will clip it out here and maybe do it as like an upload. Yeah, so I love and appreciate you. So going to sift through some quick news, friends. This was Eric Trump's post. I'm proud to announce these guys, Quinn and these guys, right? These are serving as a Trump organization. So, man, this is Richard Hart's lawyers. They've announced Richard Hart's lawyers will be advising them on ethics. So I'm just showing you, man, like we're fighting back the FUD. Okay? And if you go back down to everyone's posts under that, look at this. This is the same law firm. This is the same law firm. Thank you to everyone else out here. Congratulations. I stand with Richard Hart. See, look, because I know from the outside perspective, they're looking at, hey, there's a cult leader worship thing. But bro, I don't care. I'm telling you, I'm still long. It's still cheap. Last but not least, I want to show you something really funny that happened. Okay, really funny. This Bitcoin Maxi. So, okay, Donald Trump is launching his NFT cards. He has NFT cards on Ethereum. And now he's launched 119 JPEGs of these cards for Bitcoin. All right. What do you think the Bitcoin Maxis are saying? They have declared this to be a state attack on Bitcoin internationally. They believe this is the US government officially attacking Bitcoin. I'm not making this up. Here's Luke. President-elect Trump announces USA will be performing a state attack on Bitcoin. This is not a drill. Bitcoin is not ready to withstand a state attacker. So these are the Bitcoin digital trading cards. Okay, so look, let's go on. Tell me more. I don't get it. Ordinals is the name of an attack on Bitcoin. Trump is apparently going to help fund the attack. Got to read past the euphemisms. So basically, friends, this is why, Eric and Udi, Eric Wall, PulseChain fodder. So Eric, he is like the little rebel kid on Bitcoin because Ordinals, they found a way to basically track little Bitcoin Satoshis on the chain. And then because you can track individual ones, you can call it a name, which is like, hey, I've got a JPEG attached to it with this individual one. So that's how they move NFTs and stuff around. So that's basically altcoins on Bitcoin network. Now, Bitcoin maxis hate this because you're like, wait, the whole point of being in Bitcoin is to live a life free of sin, free of yield, where you don't have these altcoins. Go to the Ethereum sin land if you're going to do that. So now they're upset. Now Bitcoin's becoming more like a layer 1 chain slowly. It's very, very slow. Friends, literally, it's caveman stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you and I, we're driving in a car on a hot day, and there's aircon inside, and these guys are literally on a skateboard, and they've got, like, a caveman club, and they're, like, trying to, navigate the road with literally just a skateboard that can barely move. That's pretty much what it looks like, and they're just, like, celebrating that. There's a lot of people who own the skateboard. That's why it's like Bitcoin's valuation's big. But they see this as spam on the chain. They go, wait, no. These altcoins, they are sin. They literally think they're sin, Fed. They say they're sin. By the way, this is the guy who eat cats. I'm not making this up. This Bitcoin Maxi, I think he's got like 7, 8, or 9 kids. I think, something. I think that was the guy. He's got like 7, 8, or 9 kids. He's literally, I'm not kidding. He eats cats. He's eaten cats. He tries cat meat and stuff. Yeah. Just, I don't know. It reminds me of these people, like, they live in the mountains and they live like, it reminds me of, I just don't even know what to say. Like, part Amish, part like Russian Siberia, part deep in the woods, part ayahuasca trips. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit grass. People like you just know this guy's not wearing shoes around the house. You know he's not. You know he's going out to his vegetable patch and he's like tending to his like tomatoes and his cabbages and he's going inside. You know he's got like the farmer's feet. You could tell he's like that. And also look how they continue. Thanks, I'm ignorant. All I know is you're a great Bitcoin developer and I respect your input. How are ordinals a threat? Several ways. It makes it harder to use Bitcoin, more expensive. It aims to destroy fungibility and make it useless as money. Even with Lightning, especially Lightning, ordinals and Bitcoin cannot coexist. As you can see, he's not alone in that argument, in that opinion. Also, shout out to look at Giga's post. This sounds exactly like half of the hexagons in private chats I deal with. Morales or Ivan's launchpad APIs for PulseChain, so now even more scammers can attack the community. They don't get it. They don't want Mindshare. So this is the game. So you're laughing at Bitcoin because like, yeah, it's just wild. But like, something interesting about this guy, he had 300,000 Bitcoin mined back in 2011 or 2012, but then he got hacked when it was 30 cents, and he lost all of it, all 300,000. It was in a mining pool, something. So yeah, so it's interesting how these things play out, but. Mindshare fans, look, it's a technology and there's a wave of adoption and people come in at different stages. Yeah, so, but different stages have different majority of people in there. When you're an early visionary at the start, Roger Ver, Richard Hart, Da Vinci, J15, the very, very start, you're a true visionary innovator. You're like, hey, I can see the future of this. Then you move towards like the early majority, which is 2017 cycle, about John McAfee and Tim Draper. They're being more diplomatic. They're like, hey, this is pragmatically better money than the government system, yeah? Then we move to like almost late conservative, which is Michael Saylor, Elon Musk, 2021, where that grayscale at the BTC gets popular. Now we're moving into the skeptics. Now, who's now left? What skeptics, friends, they have to buy through the ETF, Bitcoin ETF, you see? But a lot of people believe that we've got it inverse and we're going to get billions. So hopefully they are. But you get to see how there's different stages of personalities that are the majority of people who are in there. So think about how different now Bitcoin is compared to like the early innovators. Totally different. Now you got government people in there and just it means something. But this is the game of adoption, man, and technology. Technology, it gets more people in. Okay, if you have a certain personality type, you'll naturally only try stuff at consistent period of time. Like, do you want to be an early innovator for a new type of, I guess, car brake system? You're like, oh, maybe not really, because I use my car brakes fine. I'll let you try it for 10 years. And then after we see the death rates and stuff out here, then maybe we'll see. But see what I mean? Like, you don't want to be an early innovator at anything. It depends on the upside. But with crypto, obviously, there's enormous upside. So as you get to see, the continuum of life is repeating here. And yes, where's Bitcoin going from here? Some of us, we got some squiggly line, which is right here. Some of us have some squiggly line beliefs, which would be lovely. Wee, squiggly line. But who knows, man, at the end of the day, friends, it might be a while. I'm just telling you, during this window of time, so from mid-January right here, where we are, to late Feb, which is... Let me check it out here. During this window of time, okay, in the past, wow, we're like right close. This box, in the past, Ethereum has started to shoot up through its all-time highs. We're like so close, but we're not there yet. We're so close. Okay, so that's it. Jan 15th to Feb 28. Let's see if the 4-year cycle repeats. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget he loves you. Catch you in the next one.